Good morning. All right, let me make sure everything is up and running properly first. Yes, JL, ugly yesterday, and we can get ugly today as well. Okay. Good morning. It is Friday. It's treacherous Friday. Not Taco Tuesday. Not turnaround Thursday. Treacherous Friday. Um. All right. Let me make sure everything is up and running. For those that for those that are in the WhatsApp group, I brought up TNX, which is the 10-year Treasury Index. I have never even looked at this ever in my entire life. But the big guy brought that to my attention the night of the Fed speech. And he was bullish. He was very bullish on the Fed speech. He was happy that the market ripped higher after the Fed speak. Most people, right? That was the sentiment. But that night, he and I text back and forth, and he brought up TNX as a concern. It was not a huge concern, but he's just like, why did this thing not move down? Okay, he has followed TNX forever. Okay, according to him, it was always something. The big guy has 14 screen on his desk. Okay, so he watch everything. I can barely follow one screen, let alone 14. But the concern he had was when TLT dip, the Fed speak, market rip, he didn't see that kind of reaction with TNX, okay? Because he's just like, the bond market didn't buy the Fed. At least not the TLT, okay? But the other bond market. And he said that's an area of concern, because he said if this is not going down, it's gonna, the bounce won't sustain. Okay, so that was his concern, was just like, if this thing are not gonna rip or dip down the next day after the Fed, he see trouble. And he couldn't see how big of a trouble he had. But wow, even he was surprised at how ugly it was. All right, and but the night before, he did tell me that 32 is the area. He showed me his share of fib extension, all that stuff of this. It was so messy. I'm not gonna share it, but according to him, the night of the Fed speak, he see 32 as the blow off top for TNX. So as ugly as it was yesterday, he said there are more room above. Okay, not much more, but you're talking 3%. So can he see 3% more pain in the market as far as equity market? The answer is yes. Okay, so if you want to know what the big guy opinion is, that's where it is. Real quickly, one of the toughest thing for me to talk to people, especially in this kind of, I'm not going to go into any stock specific. What is the point? Unless you want, if you ask, I will look at anything specific, but I want to take this next 30 minutes to talk about the general market, because we know how bad things are. Okay, is there a need to look at anything specific to see something? No, there is nothing to see. The toughest thing for me in dealing with people in the chat group or on YouTube like this is that I have no idea how old you are. Okay, I have no idea. So keep that in mind. I don't know if you're in your 20s. I don't know if you're in your 30s, if you're in your 40s, if you're in your 50s. One of the things that I learned quickly 2 years ago, last year, is that trying to communicate with people that have not lived through a crash is extremely difficult. That is why I back away from every single crypto discussion group channels that I follow prior to last year, prior to 2020. I backed away from all of it because I recognized a bubble when I saw it. I recognized that when you're looking at Gen Z, bunch of 20-something that have never witnessed or went through a crash, talking shit as if they think everything is going to the moon, there is no way for me to even teach them anything, okay? Because they're going to learn the tough lesson. They are going to learn the harsh lesson. So keep that in mind when I talk to people. I have no idea what your life experience is. As I discussed quickly in the chat group this morning, if you're in your 40s, you likely went through the crash of 2008. But how much of that do you remember? Let's say if you're 25, right? This is 14 years ago. You're 11 years old. What do you know? What do you understand? Anything. So I don't fault 25-year-old that know nothing. I don't even fault 30-year-old that know nothing. Okay, because if you're 30 years old, you barely 15, 16 years old when you see this, when you went through, unless your family got caught in the housing crash, you went through foreclosure with your family, you lose your home, your parents lost their job, unless you went through that, what is it that you know about a crash? Nothing, right? Does anybody disagree? So I completely understand why 20-something and 30-something talk shit as if they know anything when they don't know shit, okay? And I have zero tolerance or patience to talk shit with people that know shit. Okay, now Phil is in his 40s, so he was old enough to went through that to understand. No different than if you're in college, right, and you graduate just about that time, and you see economy crashing, high unemployment, you can't get a job, you feel it. I went through that. The 1987 crash, I was in college. I graduated in 1989. Job was still so tough to find. I went through that. So I've been through 3 major crashes. The 1987 crash, I went through that. For sure, the dot-com bubble, I went through that. The 2006 to 2008 real estate crash, I went through that. Keep in mind, I use the term dot-com bubble, real estate crash, but those crashes created an economy-wide crash. It didn't just happen to dot-com, the entire stock market crash. It didn't just happen to real estate, the entire economy crash. Okay, so this crash here, whether you want to call it the beginning, the crypto crash or the beginning of it or whatever it is, it's the total collapse of mini market. Okay, so it's a crash. A crash is a crash is a crash. Okay, it's not, we can identify, oh, it's a dot-com bubble, it's a real estate bubble, it's the crypto bubble, whatever it is, it's a crash. So I've been through 3 of these things. I have saw carnage, pain, and suffering. I've been there, went through it. And as I mentioned in the chat group, a lot of people, 40 and older should have went through at least one of these things. And if you did not learn your fucking lesson, you still talk shit as if like everything can go to the moon, 10 times X return is normal, I want to get rich quick, then you belong with all the other channels that talk nonsense, because it is just utter nonsense, okay? If you think comic book keys can quadruple and that's normal, you are in for something. It's not a good thing. I went through it. If you talk to people that have been involved intimately with the market for the past 30, 40 years, everyone will tell you we all have scars. We all have scars all over ourselves from all the crashes, okay? And many of us still make a little mistake here and there, okay? But at least we did not completely ignore all the signs and act stupid, talk stupid, be arrogant, be stubborn. Okay, it's nothing. You are nobody. None of us have any power to stop what's gonna happen. Okay, so, and as a bearer of bad news, as often as I have been, there's always a lot of hate. Always a lot of hate, because it's always going to be people that say, "Oh, you're talking the market down. You're fear mongering. You are doing this." Yeah. Whatever. I don't understand how people can go on and behave in such irresponsible manner. And as I mentioned in the chat today, I want more pain. I want the people that keep blowing money on buying stupid things to keep doing it until they are broke, because nothing you and I can say that will stop people from behaving badly. Financial irresponsible people didn't get to this point because they learned anything. They got here because they were irresponsible forever. Okay? So if you are in your 30s and you were not old enough to go to your first rodeo in 2008, 2009, welcome to the first rodeo. Okay? This is a rodeo, a rocky ride that hopefully you will learn going forward, because if you're in your 30s, hopefully there's no major calamity that knock you off early and you can live for another 40 plus years. You will go through, I can guarantee you, many more of these crashes. Many more. Not one, not two, many more. Okay? This is my fourth rodeo. All right? So if you think that, oh, this is as bad as it's gonna get, no. If this is your first, it will not be your last. Okay, so get that. This is why you see every generation of young people behave very poorly in the bubble. They don't know any better. The crypto crowd, the altcoin crowd, okay, oh my God, the Doge crowd, the Shiba crowd. I mean, it's just nonsense, okay? Utter nonsense. It's just a shame. It is just shameful that some people that went through this didn't learn. There are a lot of grown people in their 40s, older than Phil, my age, that went through this multiple times and learned nothing. Learn absolutely nothing. I can guarantee you there's a lot of comic book dudes that would disagree with everything that I have said about the hobby in the last 3, 4, 5, 9 years on YouTube. You're wrong. The books are undervalued. Appreciation of tenfold on this shit keys is warranted. It's justified because it was so ignored, so underappreciated. No, it's shit. It was shit. It will be shit again. Okay? It's unbelievable. This is why I stopped watching, commenting on every single other comic channel. Utter shit opinion. Utter shit. I can say that without even worry about offending any other comic channel. I watch zero because none of them can even say anything negative about this hobby as far as I can tell. Everything is grail this, grail that, gotta buy this, gotta buy that. Buy nothing. It's shit. It's fucking paper. Nothing, almost nothing is rare. The only thing that's rare in this hobby is what? Honesty. Yeah, fucking bunch of dipshit, lying, suck. You know, it's fuck them all. Okay, all of them. Let me be very blunt. I don't watch any other comic channel. The only time I watch them is somebody, you know, say, Nick, what do you think of this video? And they sent me a link and I watched like 10 minutes of that shit. I'm like, oh God, it's shit. It's utter shit. Okay, it is nonsense. All right, so back to the market. T is up. TNX is up, so that's not a good thing. TLT dipping, not a good thing. Is it a surprise that the Nasdaq's gonna be down? No, right? It's no. It's no. QQQ down. We're gonna test a low. Maybe, probably. It's Friday. Crazy shit's gonna happen. Okay. Now let's take a look at what was that? The one thing that was making me money, USO. Oh, USO spiking. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna buy more puts. Yes, I will buy more puts there. 82 USO? Yeah, I'm buying more puts. Heck yes, I would. Nonsense. OA 110, nonsense. What else can we look at? Oh, Bitcoin. I did buy Bitcoin last night. My order at 36 did go through. Okay. What would I do? What would I do here? I have ordered at 35, 34, 33. Yes. So I actually have 35, 34, 5, 34, 33, 5, and 33. So every $500 increment I have. So I have like down here. Okay. So I did buy, and each order is for a dime. Okay. One dime. So I bought twice yesterday. So I bought myself 2 dimes and I have 5 more orders. So, and eventually I have money set aside to buy a whole Bitcoin, but the other order is going to be way below like 30. Okay. The last 20 cents of Bitcoin would be down in 32, 30-ish level. Now, can I change my order? Depend on how I feel. If the market looks super uber weak, I might take my order at 35 out and move it down, okay, and leave the one at 34.5 there. No worry, okay. I definitely don't mind buying at 34.5, okay, but I might remove my order at 35 should I see weakness that's worth removing that order. But that's my take on BTC. The last time I traded BTC was up here. Insane. Up there. Okay, 47.5 on March 29th. I was watching this. Okay, I was watching this line, right? I talked about this back then. I said, this trend line is a no-go. And guess what? For a whole week. And then it's over. And then this next trend line is a no-go. It wrote this for the next month. Okay, so down here, 33, 34, okay? I like that. If not, see this, 32, 32.7. And then for sure, this ref low here, okay? No rush, no rush, okay? There's plenty. Do I think Bitcoin can get down to 30? I don't know. I'm not gonna call that. For now, can I see Bitcoin down to the 34, 33? Yes. If we get down there, then we can talk about how low it can go. But I don't think, I'm not worrying about Bitcoin 20. No, I'm not calling for Bitcoin 20. I'm not calling for Bitcoin 10. Yeah, and if Bitcoin pump to 38, 39, you know me, I be out. Okay? Why would I not take 10% gain? I made a video yesterday that I probably will load sometime in the next week where I talk about the top of the market is when Blackstone buy into CGC. You know, when 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 big money, when smart money start to do stupid things, it usually a sign the top is near. For those that were around the 1980 crash, 87, 89, do you remember when Japan, big company in Japan was starting to buy big real estate in this country? Remember that? I remember that. Okay, I remember when news on TV talking about so and so company in Japan was buying this massive building in New York City. They were buying golf courses here and there. They were doing crazy shit because they have so much money. Do you know that the Japan market was so crazy? Japan, let's see what the Japan stock index. There we go. Let me see if I can go back as far as I can. Time frame. Max available. That's not it. We don't have a max available. It doesn't go far enough. But if you look at the Nikkei, about the Nikkei, Nikkei, I'm gonna see if I can get the Nikkei index. Yeah, it's not gonna. I wish I can figure out how to get the Nikkei index. That's for sure. Nikkei. Huh. Can I do this? Is there such a thing? Yeah, see, it's not. I don't know. But if you look at if you can find a chart of the Nikkei stock index, which is the Japan stock index, the Japan stock market hit the peak in the late 80s and have never recovered. Okay, the bubble there was so big, they never recover. Never. Not like our stock market that recover in every single crash. The Nikkei index never recover. Every bubble has signals of excess of stupidity. Okay, and this one had plenty. With Bitcoin going crazy, Doge going crazy, you can call that, but it's very easy to take a look at this hobby, the comic book hobby that is, and see nonsense. When CGC blew up with grading card, literally they grade like 10 million cards in a year. They went from a nobody in card grading to insane success because the other company literally had to shut down, take a new order because they backed up for 6 months. It was insane. Okay, and then Wall Street pumped money into CGC. They bought 30,000 square foot building. They hiring left and right, bunch of dipshit, know nothing, that can't grade with shit. Oh my God, it's a complete utter fucking mess. Okay, it's a complete utter fucking mess. That was a bubble when 30,000 books that just published every month are submitted to CGC because people was buying shit to flip because they think that's the way to make money. Spend $5 plus 18 for grading. You can flip them for $100 on eBay on shit that are worthless. Good God, insanity, total insanity. Okay, yeah. The growth at CGC is I can guarantee you the growth of CGC is not sustainable. It's gonna implode eventually. It's a lot of people are sitting on a pile of plastic that are worth utter shit. Yeah, it's ugly. It's so ugly. I mean, I remember I remember the '80s well because you know as much as excited as I was graduating college and hit the job market in 1989, and it was just utter tough, so tough. It was so tough, and I remember you know Reagan and changing, you know, and all. I start to pay attention to government economics at that time because you know I'm out of college, you know, and my interest was in the stock market. So yeah, I start to learn, you know, I start to learn, and for sure I did not learn very well. I can tell you, I did not learn very well because um, I didn't learn it quick enough for the 2000 crash. Okay, so I went through it, I learned it, I saw it, I experienced it, but that lesson didn't really carry with me because I did not. Sure, I saw the bubble with the .com, but for sure, I wasn't smart enough to short the market then. Okay, for sure, the housing bubble of 2008, I did recognize that. I did recognize that, and I got out of the market. I'm just not smart enough to short the market in 2008, but it was ugly. It was. I saw that one coming a mile away, and I'm just like, I remember warning everybody in 2007 to get the F out, and nobody listened. Nobody listened. Rob Wilson, he looked it up and he said Nikkei was 39K in 1990, got down to 7K in 2009, and now yep, it has not recovered. I was not wrong. Okay, the bubble was so big. TLT, let's see, still down. Okay, so there isn't much I can add. Okay, if TLT doesn't bounce, if TNX doesn't retreat, okay, TLT behave opposite of TNX. Okay, TNX is bond rate rise, TNX go up. As bond rate rise, TLT go down. Okay, so there's an inverse relationship. So if we don't see a reverse on both, the equity market will struggle. Will struggle because the bots are not going to behave any differently. Okay, the bots are in control. Fear is in control, and the bots are in control, and it's nothing we can do about it. Okay, so the best advice that I gave for a long time now has always been: if you buy quality, it's okay. It's painful, but it will be okay. Okay, anyone that bought quality company in 2000, 2008, and today will be fine. If you buy garbage, I don't know what to tell you. Okay, if you buy garbage, I don't know what to tell you. Before I go, CGC fans ask me, what do you think of Kramer and Nigerian brother? Oh, I remember Elaine Gazzarelli. I remember I watch Luke Kaiser religiously every Friday night. every Friday night. Love it. Love that show. Love Rukaiser. Love the guests on there. Love it. Love it. Back in those days, that's all you got. There was no other things. Okay. Do I think Neo is gonna go unlisted? No, I don't know. I wouldn't touch Neo. I didn't want to. I have never touched Neo. I didn't buy into. Oh, you buy. If you want Tesla, if you like Tesla, buy Neo. It's a Japan version. Whatever. It's a China version. Whatever. Okay. CGC fans, since you're new here or not a regular person, I'm not a fan of Kramer. Never was a fan. And certainly, I don't hate the Nigerian brother, but I don't hate or like them, okay? Because they are what they are. They are TV personality. Market is open. I see deep red everywhere. Let's see what's up. Tesla's up. Booking is up. USO is up. Well, I wouldn't call it up. Let's see. That's it. That's basically it. Everything else is down. Is that a surprise? Why is that a surprise? All right, it's not a surprise, people. All right, let's not get over our skis here. Okay, McDonald's. Do not buy anything. It's Friday. Let things settle down. We can turn red everywhere by lunchtime. Okay. Hold on to your cash. Cash is not trash. SMH down. XLV down. Okay. XLP down. Okay. When you have sectors that are defensive sector like XLP, XLV down, then, well, like I said, everything is being sold. Okay, I don't care what is up. What is up won't stay up. We look at McDonald's. How about Pepsi? Down. Coke down. Everything's gonna be down. Okay, it's oil is up, but I don't think. Remember yesterday? Did you remember yesterday? USO popped to 81, 82, and then 80. USO popped yesterday. How far did it go? You see this yesterday? USO went as high as 82, and then it finished down. Okay, so let's not get excited. Does anybody think that high oil is good for a recession? Okay, so whatever the bot are doing, whatever people are doing, chasing, running into XOM, Chevron, ExxonMobil, no, it's a sell. Exxon is a sell all day right now, okay? If you have Exxon and you're not selling here, what do you want me to say? What are you doing? Okay, this is not the time to be betting on oil to 200. It's the time to take your profit or go short. Let's see. I talked about Nike. Ugly. Goodness gracious. Yeah, I talked about Nike yesterday about how it needs to hold this trend line. If not, it will visit the low. It did. It bounced yesterday, but today the market say no dice. Next level, please. How far can Nike go? Let's take a look. How far? Oh my. The weekly average is 111, so it better hold that, okay? The 200 weekly average needs to hold that. Yeah, go see the movie. Now, I cannot go see the movie this weekend. Anthony and a few of his friends want to go see the movie next weekend because one of his friends participate in sport. and they have a game, going away game this weekend. Is his best friend. So um, Anthony have decided that they can wait. So we bought tickets for all of us, two of his friends and him and us, to go see it next Saturday. I can delay seeing the movie 1 week. It's not gonna kill me. Okay, so no Doctor Strange for me. Amazon 2288, 86. Meh. I mean, what else can you do? What else can you do? Right? How far can Amazon go? How far can it go? Down here, right? I talk about this. 2193. As crazy as it is, 2200 is possible. Okay, it is what it is. Now, yesterday, what did I say yesterday? For those that may have misunderstood what I said, yesterday I talked about the channel. Unfortunately, Amazon failed the channel. Yesterday I mentioned that the ultimate goal, if you want to go into Amazon, is what? The gap fill. No different than any other gap. Okay, no different than any other gap. That's why the ultimate goal, if the market strengthens, is the gap fill. I did not predict that we will go there this week. Okay, so if you misunderstood that I'm somehow predicting that Amazon is gonna get there this week or next week, no, I said the gap fill is the ultimate goal. It could be next month, we don't know. Okay, certainly it's not gonna go there with this weak market. Yeah, I mean, I talk about this many times already. Whatever level you have, the computer is going to take it to the next level, right? Let's not repeat ourselves as if like this is something that is new. Okay, we already talked about this. I talk about this. Okay, if I also cautious, I was very cautious the last few weeks, few months. I said buy small. Okay, remember Costco? I talk about how I bought literally 4 shares. It's like there is no need, but Costco is at the point of me liking. Okay, yeah, it's here. We talk about Costco 507. We are here. Okay, we are here. The channel low. Okay, so would I buy Costco here? Yes, I will after the first 15 minutes. Okay, because if this fail, well, guess what? We will see channel low is W, the big guy, favorite buy spot. More than any fib, maybe not the 61.8, but more than the 20 moving, more than any moving average. Okay, the big guy loves channel low and channel high as a spot to exit. So I'm sure, I don't need to ask him. I'm sure if I say, do you like Costco here? He will say yes. But he will also say, be careful, right? Because if this fail, there's nothing below. If this fail, you barely have something at 500. You can see 483. You can certainly see 473. It's not unthinkable. Okay, it's not unthinkable to see Costco at 500. So let it chill. I would love to buy Costco here, but there is no rush. Okay, but I will watch it careful. I will watch Costco more careful than any other position because I really like Costco and I wouldn't mind buying it. Walmart, ugly. Yeah. Is it a surprise? Target, smoke. Okay. Now, I like Target here, but for now, why be a hero, right? But to me, between the 100, the 50, That could be a good spot to nibble there. Everything is down. You know, it's kind of pointless to like go from ticker to ticker to ticker because it is what it is. The only thing that's up, see, USO is already retreating. I'm gonna end my chat so I can go buy some more puts. I don't want to miss buying puts when it's near 82. So I'm out of here, people. Time for me to buy some put on USO. All right, as always, trade small. Trade small. If you're gonna trade small and be quick. Okay, this is not the time to buy something and say I'm buying it for the long run, so I don't care if it drops. No, no. You buy something. If it pop, you get out. Okay. So be careful. Not much I can tell you. Be careful.